You know that feeling when a good villain pops up? That unexplainable feeling I'm talking about? It's like a mix of like a bunch of different complicated emotions that run through your brain the second that the villain's on screen. It's like a combination of fear, fascination, and a small level of like emotional investment. Cause it's like on one hand, you're watching him do evil things, but on the other hand, like you just enjoy when the dude is on screen. A perfect example is Askeladd. This man is the living embodiment of Black Air Force energy, bro. And I get scared every single time he pops up on screen, not because he's actually scary, but because I have absolutely no idea what he's gonna do next. Yet every time he does something crazy, I completely understand what he's doing and why he's doing it. It's crazy, bro. So today I want to talk about some anime villains who are low-key onto something. If you go back and you watch, you'll see some of these dudes actually have some really good points, bro. So the first dude I want to talk about is Pain. Now Pain is like a huge combination of three war orphans' ideologies and dreams about the way they wanted their world to be. It all started with Nagato. Nagato lived with his parents in the hidden rain village, right? One day, this man Madara somehow implanted his Rinnegan into Nagato's eyes without him knowing. To this day, I have no idea how he did that. Like, how the fuck do you implant your eyes into somebody else's side? So later on down the road, there was a Shinobi World War, and unfortunately for Nagato, the rain village was the battlefield. During this war, a couple of ninja from the other country snuck into Nagato's house and killed his parents on accident. Nagato got angry and used his Rinnegan to kill both of them. Yeah, after that, he basically wandered the streets by himself, almost about to die. She takes him in to meet another person named Yahiko, and they pretty much live together for years and survive. They make it a big point to show how Yahiko, Conan, and Nagato all kind of like shared the same dream, which was to stop the war in their country and bring peace to the nation. That's where they met Jiraiya. So he ended up teaching them how to use ninjutsu. And he even taught Nagato about his Rinnegan and the history behind it. They formed the Akatsuki right after they met Jiraiya. They all still had the same goal. They started becoming so powerful and so well known. The leader of the Rain Village, Hanzo, wanted to make a deal with Nagato to make sure that basically nothing ever happened. Like, it was basically like a peace deal.
We didn't make sure these niggas are on our side type shit.
Unfortunately though, Hanzo is a bitch ass nigga. So during this meeting to finalize their peace deal or whatever, Hanzo kidnaps Conan and threatens to kill her unless Nagito kills Yahiko, forcing him to choose between both of his best friends. Basically, I know it's fucked up. Yahiko ends up runs into Nagato's kunai and he kills himself to save Conan. Nagato goes crazy and his Rinnegan activates. I think he activates the ghetto statue or some shit like that, and he cripples and kills everybody there. And basically from that point onward, that's kind of how Pain started. Because of that event, Nagato's ideals of what the world should be like and his beliefs kind of changed. It was world peace, but at any cost, pretty much. The reason I'm even telling you all this is because this singular event completely changed Nagato's perspective. And because of what happened to his friends, he now believes every human is prone to violence and the world can never truly understand peace. That's literally what he started thinking, which, I mean, it's understandable. So he took on the name Pain and he decided that he would be the one who would force this pain and hatred on other people, so he could eventually create world peace. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like, was he wrong? Like, was he wrong though? Like, because I don't think he was, bro. I think we can all agree he took it a little bit too far. No, a little too far is a little bit of an understatement. Bro literally blew up an entire village, killed children. He wasn't doing it for no reason. Nagato understands that violence is essentially a necessity in order to achieve true peace. I kind of agree, because I feel like you can't really have, I don't know, it's up to perspective. You can't have a functioning society with only peace and zero violence. I don't think that's how the world works, because one can't really exist without the other. Nagato's solution to this problem is kind of crazy. Like, I think we can all agree with that. Like, I don't know, bro was just kind of tweaking. That's the summary of Nagato. Bro was tweaking, which actually brings me to the next dude I have to talk about, which is Light. He just happened to stumble upon this book one day called the Death Note. We all know the story, right? This is basically a book that kills anybody whose name you decide to write inside it, and Light decided he should use this book to eliminate all criminals and murderers who've done bad things in order to make the world a better place. It sounds respectable at first. As the show progresses, Light becomes more and more obsessed with power. He takes this way too far, and basically starts thinking of himself like a god, Kira, and starts murdering even more people that he doesn't deem worthy to live in his new perfect world. And I think we can all agree Light's original motives are definitely respectable, but just like Nagato, like, this man was just wrong. Like, all he really wanted to do at first, I think, was to make the world a better place. But I feel like you can almost see him through every episode just get crazier and crazier to the point where he literally just wants to start killing people because he feels like he's a god, bro. Moral of the story, you never give one nigga too much power, bro, because with enough power can become corrupted. The last villain that I wanted to talk about was Stain. Stain from My Hero Academia. I don't know his last name. I feel like Stain is basically like Nagato, but in My Hero Academia. Stain was a kid who was like very heavily inspired by All Might, and just like Deku, he wanted to be a hero at first. This man enrolled in a hero school and very quickly found out that not everybody's intentions were as pure as he thought. So he started to feel resentment and disgust for the current society of heroes. Like, bro became Batman. Like, he literally ended up training himself for 10 years so he could become the hero killer Stain and create a world where only the righteous heroes can live and the selfish ones can die. Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? After hearing about everything Stain intended to do, you kind of have to ask yourself the exact same question as before. Was he really wrong though? All Stain really wanted was for people to understand what it truly means to be a hero. There's so many other ways I feel like you could have gone about that. I understand where Stain was coming from, but this man had absolutely, like, he had no nuance to his worldview. It was either you're a hero for a completely selfless reason, or I'm finna do you like how Batman does the average Gotham criminal after jaywalking. Let's take Uraraka. Bro, the moment Stain heard the reason why Uraraka wanted to become a hero, he would kill her, like, so fast. But that's the thing, like, it doesn't mean she doesn't care about helping people. You know, she wants money for her family, but she doesn't just want money. This is another thing that I feel like Stain didn't get, regardless of why or how a person wanted to be a hero. Even if it was for money and for fame and for selfish reasons, as long as the person was actively helping people and saving people's lives in the process, does it really matter? You know, if Booster Gold goes and saves like 100 people from a burning building, and he did it all just because he wanted to be rich and famous, yeah, I mean, he did it for a selfish reason, but that's 100 people that could have died in that situation that are now saved because of Booster Gold, regardless of the reason. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, I feel like they all actually had some good legitimate points. Some of these villains were cooking, bro. Speaking of cooking, remember how Baki and Yujiro started cooking in the middle of their fight? I know there's a lot of anime fans who want to get a physique like Baki. Well, I'm here to tell you, you can't, and you never will. And unless you click on this video right here, you might never look like Baki a day in your life. If you want to stop looking fat and chubby and really start looking like a shonen protagonist, you need to understand what I'm about to tell you in this video. Click this video right here, right now, to find out and change your life.